1, 2, 3, clap. Even I was out of sync then.
I forgot that I was trying to sync it up and almost missed it.
Hi, and welcome to Hey Buddy, Nice Podcast. Over there in Scotlandia, that's Brogan Hastings.
And over there in not Australasia, because I'm pretty sure that is a place that's way chauvinazzi.
No, I am in Australasia. Australasia is Australia and Asia. It's sort of a region, not a place. See, I'm not going to get into it. It's video game related. It's about classification of Australia and how we come under the umbrella of like UK release instead of Asia, even though we're close. Yeah, it's not necessary.
I will say though, from my point of view, you guys being the same region as us, DVD wise and game wise and all that kind of thing, super handy, super handy, super handy. So you can get the Aussie games and DVDs. Yeah, because for a long time, you guys were the first to have Doctor Who on Blu-ray.
Oh.
You guys, or rather, in Region B that we both use. And I also got my copy of Spice and Wolf seasons 1 and 2 are Australian.
Your copy of Spice World the movie. Wow.
Spice and Wolf, which is an anime series.
I'm going to turn my volume up a bit just so I can make sure I understand what you're saying and not talking about the Spice Girls.
Oh, and also I forgot. Oran High School Host Club, which is peak anime. I'll
have to take your word for it because we've discussed this before. My anime knowledge is just not there. It's
peak 2000s anime is Oran High School Host Club.
So you were alive when it was made, is what you're saying?
Yes, I was alive.
You were, because we were talking about this in the last episode, and it's kind of, we're thinking that might be a bank episode.
That'll definitely be a bank episode, I think. Okay.
So I can't say that you were like the opposite of Grogu, because you're in the early years of your 437-year lifespan, where Grogu still looks like a baby and he's 50. You're saying you're 30, but still... Oh, no, but look like... Okay, no, you are exactly like Grogu.
I'm exactly like Grogu, yeah.
Yep. This will make sense to everyone else in the future.
I look like a baby.
Unless you're...
I look like a 12-year-old boy. I have the fashion sense of a 12-year-old boy. Definitely.
Okay, yeah, let's go with that. You are wearing an Invader Zim t-shirt.
Yeah.
And I just realized that isn't... The text on it is not Japanese. It is Irken.
Oh, yeah.
Of course it is. I want to know what it says now. It probably just says Invader Zim in Irken.
Probably. It's got Gur's down there too.
Oh, I didn't even see Gur there. We'll save this bit for art talk, because I always figured that art talk could be about other people's stuff that we see. Hang on, how is there 2 Zims and 2 Gurs on this? And the ship. This doesn't make any sense. There are 4 Zims on your shirt and 2 Gurs. Sure, 1 Gur is in his doggy disguise.
Yeah.
This shirt's just all over the place. No, it's all over the place. Because it's I was saying art talk related, but because I saw a comic by Jonan Vasquez. But I always figured art talk could always include stuff of other people's that we've seen that we like, that we want to talk about.
Yeah.
Not just like art crimes from not just user submitted cheesebag art crimes or our own stuff, but like stuff that we see on the internet. So I'll have to remember that, because I'm not writing it down. When we start talking about art talk, we'll remember that, Wayne's actually drawn nothing for 2 weeks. So he needs something to talk about. That's what it will be. You must be starting to get a bit excited.
For...
Oh, wow. Really? Because if it was me, I'd be like, hey, I'm going to go see 5,000 Penn and Teller shows.
I was 99% sure that's where you were talking about, but I'm like, is he still on Art Talk? What is he hinting at?
Art Talk comes later. You know when Art Talk starts, because the music we don't have doesn't start playing.
You had done a little bit of a preamble, so I wasn't 100% sure. I'm so excited. I was thinking last night, opposite my bed is the big Penn and Teller Get Killed poster. I looked up and I was like, I get to see you guys on Tuesday! I can't wait! And I got an email this morning from the hotel that says, are you ready for tomorrow? And I'm like, I sure as fuck am! I'm not, I haven't packed.
But you are catching the choo-choo train over to sunny old England, yeah? Is that what I think you said that to me?
Yeah, so the easiest way to work it. I was originally going to try and work down in London, or not London, try and work down in Lincoln, and then get the train from there. It was going to be too much of a hassle, and nobody got back to me on what the situation was.
How dare they?
I'll have to go there at some point, but it was just ended up being too late. So I'm going to work in the Edinburgh office tomorrow, Monday, and take a late lunch, go along to the train station. Train's at 4:15. Get on the train, finish my last hour of work. You're
not just gonna take off early. You're going to do an hour of work on the train.
Well, because otherwise that's 2 hours that I'm not working. Because I would have to leave. Okay. I'd have to leave the office at 3 at the latest. At the latest, probably earlier.
Right.
So yeah.
I don't know if you can tell, but I've become very anti-work.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I'm very anti-work as well. And if there's anybody else, I'm very aware that I promised Derek that I would make sure the mailbox was clear before I left. So I do want to make sure that that he doesn't go in there and he's like, why is there like queries from 12:30 on a Monday? Yeah, you were still working then.
I sent you a meme. It was a Grogu meme. With Grogu holding his little cup of bone broth soup. And it just says, watching your supervisor freak out over something that you mentioned would be a problem months ago. And I sent that to you and just said, thinking of you.
That's very me.
I can tell. It's going to happen. I can guarantee you it's going to happen.
Oh, yeah. I screenshotted that, the meme, and you saying thinking of you, and said to Vicky, and said, Wayne sent me this. And she was like, love it! Love it! Yep. But I had a meeting with Derek on yesterday, and explained to him, I was like, you do realise that nobody has access to the mailbox.
Hang on, you actually managed to have a meeting with Derek?
He turned up 2 minutes late, which is a fucking record.
That's early for Derek, I hear.
That's so early.
Yeah.
So,
I think it was an accident. I think he thought he was somewhere else.
So do I. But I genuinely think he only turned up because he wanted to ask me a question.
He turns up, can you answer this for me, Brogan? Oh, yes, I can. I'll answer it for you in this meeting that we're having right now.
Yeah.
He's like, yes, I knew this meeting was happening.
Yeah. So I was like, you do realise that nobody has access to... That Catherine no longer have access to the mailbox. And he was like, okay, do they need access? And I was like, well, no. But it also means that they can't cover. I was like, oh, well, we need to chat about that because I'm not covering your fucking AML shit for a week.
And I thought he wasn't allowed to, technically, anyway.
It probably isn't allowed to, like, morally or legally, but,
Morally or legally, yes.
I don't know. I don't know how that actually works in practice. Yep. But yeah, he was just... I was like, who did you think was going to do it? Like, genuinely, who did... It was like when he messaged me, when I said, are you showing up to this meeting, essentially? And he said, I thought you were ill. Like, you didn't fucking bother to check? Like... Yeah,
it's stupid.
Well, I don't get it. I don't get it.
It's like my boss sent an email to people we're working for, right? Saying, unfortunately, Wayne will not be able to attend the site because he has come down with the flu. Now, I'm going to say this outright. It was a complete fabrication on his behalf because we are so overworked at the moment. I was not able to go to that site. I had to go to a different site.
Yeah.
But that's not the moral of the story here. The moral of the story is that this email was sent saying, do apologise, Wayne will be able to get there on Tuesday to do this job for you.
Yeah.
And this guy's response was, starting to lose confidence in your company, that's it. And he replied all. So he'd replied to me, my boss, and his subordinate, right? Whether that was an accident or what, I don't know. But I just wanted to reply, yeah, I am feeling pretty shit. Thank you for asking. Might be COVID. Fuck you.
Do you know what? It's responses like that. See, if you did actually have the flu,
if I was legitimately sick, I probably would have called the cunt.
Well, not even that. Just so you're saying Wayne can't get it to there, but he will be there tomorrow. It's like, so you're going to drag yourself from your sick bed to come and do this. You can't do it today, but...
It's 4 days later.
Oh, right.
So, It was meant to be Friday. It's going to be Tuesday.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. But it's also, another reason why I'm anti-work is that these things are getting used against me. Like if I'm being portrayed as being sick to other people, that reflects poorly on me, not the company.
Yeah.
If Wayne's always sick, but no, I'm always fucking off doing another job.
Yeah.
Like I worked on Saturday, right? Because I haven't worked on a Saturday in a long time.
Yeah.
Because I have other commitments that I do my drawing streams and that, which is a legitimate source of income for me. And sure, it's not a whole heap of money, but it's a little bit. I get to this site and it's just not ready. It shouldn't even fucking be there.
Yeah.
Yet I'm still going in there, putting in the time, doing everything I can, literally fucking bleeding for the job. It's and that's not the first time this week either. Oh, okay, that's not true. It was the first time this week. It was the first time within 7. It was not the first time within 7 days.
Yeah.
I feel like you are not meant to bleed for your job.
No, you definitely aren't. But it's funny you're saying that because the question Dedicated wanted to ask me was to do with our England office in Lincoln. And he was like, how many queries are you... What percent... It's like, I don't expect you to answer this now, but what percentage of queries are you getting in from Lincoln that you're dealing with? And I'm like, 1 a week, if that. Like, it's
Brogan,
nothing.
That's not, that, he asked for a percentage. That is not a percentage.
I don't...
One a week is not a percentage.
It's not a percentage because, and the reason is, the reason he asked for a percentage is he was fully expecting me to say 50 to 60%.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Fully expecting it. And he was like, what do you mean you're getting like 1 a week? And I'm like, out of like the 60 emails a day minimum I get, 1 a week from Lincoln. Maybe. And he's like, okay, you've kind of thrown me for a loop there because the guys went down to Lincoln and the feedback was that they can't get anything done because they're sending queries to AML that's not getting answered. And I'm like, well, that's fucking bullshit.
I have a question.
Yeah, you go for it.
Have you been checking your spam box?
Well,
email?
funny you say that because I said to him, I was like, I think I might know what the issue is. We discovered that a separate email had been set up for me down in Lincoln. With my name spelled wrong, by the way. I had no knowledge that this mailbox existed, but people had been sending emails to it.
Too many I's, too many L's, they got confused.
They called... the name that came up that it was under was Brogam Hastings with an M. And the way it was spelled in the actual email address was brogan.hasting, single, no plural, at wherever it was. And I'm like, what? Nobody's told me. And the only reason I found out about it is because one of our consultants phoned me and said, why are you ignoring me? Like he was teasing. I was like, I'm not ignoring you. He's like, you're copied into this chain. I'm like, I'm not. Send it to my email address. And I'm like, that's not my email.
Excuse me, Brogan. How come every time I send you an email, you reply saying that I'm some sort of mail demon, mailer demon? What's going on? Why are you poking fun at me? Surely someone's getting these message did not go through emails.
No. The email address exists.
It does exist.
Yeah. So the mailbox exists. Nobody told me about it. Nobody told me it existed. So these had just been going to a mailbox and nobody was answering them and they're like, what the fuck?
You don't need an additional email for the same company that you're working in.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
It's a different domain. It's the domain of the company that we bought over. So I have never worked for them. I don't know why it exists. But I had to speak to IT and I was like, I spoke to the head IT and I was like, why does this even exist? He's like, oh yeah, this guy. And I'm like, yep, that guy. So yeah, I was like, that might be it. He's like, but I thought we got IT to take care of that. And I'm like, yeah, but only recently. So, you know, I don't know. I was like, I don't know what they're talking about with waiting on me. The stuff, only the big stuff comes to me. You know, you
don't have time for those wishy-washy small inquiries.
I don't have time for the wishy-washy small inquiries for Scotland, let alone Lincoln. Well, apart from the fact I don't have access to Lincoln's system anyway. So when they send me something, they have to give me everything. They have to give me all the documents, all the ID, everything. I can't go in and look at their system.
Yeah. Let's be honest. You're always going to put Scotland first over the bloody Poms.
The English.
The English. Do people in Scotland or like in the UK call people from England Poms? Is that a thing? Okay, it must be an Australian term.
But, like, I've never heard it.
I don't even know what it really means. I'm not a fan of the word. Yeah. Maybe someone knows and they can... I've heard, like... no, I can't even remember. Something of the motherland, or I don't know. Psh, means nothing to me.
No, I don't know. But yeah, like...
So anyway...
Yeah, so that annoyed me. And he's like, I have to go and figure this out. And I'm like, do you want me to go down to Lincoln and work it out? Yes. That was his exact response. That's exactly how he said it. And I'm like, I'll go down. I just,
Such a great boss with conviction in his decisions.
Absolutely. Although he was like, do you want me to show you something? Cool. And turned his camera around and he was like, he had 2 Master Chief statues on his desk. Oh, that's right, because he had dropped his phone, and I was like, I'm getting the full room tour, haven't I? He's like, yeah. Oh, actually, no, you'll like this. Turned it around, it was like Master Chief. It's like, that one holds my controller, and that one is like probably, it would be worth like 200 quid if I still had the box for it. And I was like, okay, do you want to see what's on my desk? I have BB-8.
See, this is the only reason why this meeting took place. He wanted to talk toys.
Yeah.
That's all it was.
Yeah.
This is like any time you Zoom with Paul, it's inevitably going to turn to toy talk.
It's like talking to... It's like if I ordered Paul off Wish. That's what a conversation with Derek is.
Pal. You got Powell.
Yeah.
Powell.
Powell.
Hello, I'm Powell. These are my toys.
Oh, I miss chatting to Paul.
Yeah, I was going through the title cards. I was looking for something on our Twitter. I was going through all the old title cards, and the Paul one was the second title card we did, and that was episode 5. So it's been a while. It's been a minute.
He was our experiment, our first guest, our experiment guest.
Yeah, yeah.
I was looking through stuff on my phone and I found a video which I don't think is released anywhere, and I'm not even sure if Paul remembers it. But do you remember from Austin? Don't fuck with the devil.
Don't fuck with the devil. Yeah. I think of that every now and then. That was a good song.
I've still got the videos on my phone. And
I don't think we can release it because it's going to be on...
it'll be on the next album.
Which is probably going to be called Unstable.
Probably.
I don't know.
Probably.
Don't fuck with the devil. I think Brian was fucking losing it at that, wasn't he?
Maybe you can. Maybe you can.
Was Brian there for that and Brian, he was losing it?
Yeah, Brian was there, and one of the videos I've got is because I'm filming Paul sitting opposite him, and Jacob walks past the camera to grab a drink, comes back, and I turn around to him and he's just standing there looking at it, like, what the fuck is going on? And Brian's just like, who needs to be told not to fuck with the devil?
Yeah, that was definitely some good times at Austin. It was that and Wizard Academy was certainly the most relaxed, sort of just hanging out with friends kind of feeling.
Yeah,
with
definitely
the ICS boys and that, and like with Brian. So
yeah,
which I don't know, still feels like we have no right to do so.
Yeah. But like I said before, we are well taken care of and very, very appreciative of that fact.
Yes, indeed. Anyway, fucking work, right? So on Saturday, I had to work with this guy. His name is Wazza, right?
What the fuck?
Wazza. Yeah, that's not his real name, obviously.
Okay. I was going to say.
It's Wazza. Look, first time I met him, nice enough bloke. Second time I worked with him is when I got a concussion. But it was that day before I got my injury. He was saying he's got some views that rubbed me the wrong way, basically.
Okay.
He said, "Oh man, I'm regretting that vaccine, eh?" I was like, "Oh, did you get the flu vaccine?" Because there's been a big push for the flu vaccine, right? Because free flu vaccines for everyone. I was like, "Nah, I'm talking about the COVID vaccine." It's like, "Oh, okay, so you didn't get it?" "Nah, I did, but I regret it." I ended up in hospital because of it. And I know, like, the doctor says, no, I had this problem with me heart. But nah, I know that wasn't it because I didn't have that problem before. I was like, well, surprisingly, fucking medical conditions do happen.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, whatever. I don't care. It's 2023 now. It means very little. Anyone who's going to get COVID is going to get it. So you do you, fam. Mm-hmm. And then the next time I worked with him was this past Saturday. Now, I already didn't want to be there, and I had no choice, really. It's a school, right? We're doing a school, and it's a toilet extract system in a new building. Mm. And the toilets, what's the word? I couldn't think of the word the other day either, and I called it co-ed. But, you know, it's
gender-neutral bathrooms?
Gender-neutral bathrooms, yeah, there you go. Because there's, like, it's all cubicles. That's all it is.
Yeah.
No urinals. And that's his first issue is, oh, when I went to school, there was none of this shit. It was like, you had the boys and the girls' toilets. I'm like, but mate, they're all, like, individual toilets. There's no real issue there. So, I don't want my 8-year-old daughter going to the toilet with some boy taking a piss next to her. I was like, well, they're like in separate rooms, and I mean, 8-year-old, this is a high school. They're going to be teenagers, and I didn't know you had a daughter. Oh, I don't. Okay, this argument is moot.
Yeah.
This point you're making is not a point at all. And then later on, we're just standing around waiting to leave, right? And out of nowhere, he just starts talking about all these companies that at the moment trying to push down these rainbow flags down our throats and stuff. I was like, well, it is Pride Month. It's like, yeah, but... And then he drops the F word as well. I'm like, fucking hell, man. If this wasn't the end of the day, I would have walked away already. I would have not stayed there with you. I would have fucked right off. And it's like it's not what they next thing you know, they're gonna be in Parliament as well, because they're saying they want equality, but they don't want equality, they want more. It's like, dude,
newsflash, asshole, gays have always been in Parliament, you just didn't know it.
Exactly. For starters, already in Parliament. And it's not about equality. It's equality and equity. It's about
my brain hurts just hearing about this.
There was something else, but I'm glad I can't remember what it was, because it made me just like, I have no faith in you being someone I want to ever see again in my life.
Tired and angry.
Me, yeah. Yeah. But anyway, Penn and Teller, hey, coming soon.
Yeah. We're recording this on Sunday. 2 days. 2 sleeps is probably more accurate.
2 sleeps. Do you consider it 2 sleeps even if you're having an interrupted sleep for your 5 hours in bed and wake up 17 times during the night? Or is that 17 mini sleeps?
No, because I can't predict that. So it's 2 sleep, and plus during those times that I wake up, the chances of I'm not getting up, going about doing things, you know. Okay.
Yeah, all right. You're still in bed.
Yeah. I'll maybe get up to pee or to get a drink or something, or, you know, stick the telly on, but I'm not doing things.
Remember how I think last week I was telling you about the show From, that I'm not hate watching it, but I'm watching it. Yeah. Did I tell you about my dream?
No, tell me about your dream.
So I dreamed that I was in the world of From, right? Which is this weird place where there's vampire creatures that come out at night and kill you if but they walk really slowly, and they've just got like these maniacal grins on their face until they catch you, and then they turn into the weird beast creature. My dream was a key. I'm gonna have to play the spoiler music just in case someone hasn't started watching From yet. But a key thing is, the way to keep the monsters away from you is, in your house, you have a talisman that you hang on the wall, and they are not allowed to enter your house.
Yeah.
Right? or they're not allowed to like smash in a window and just come in. If there's an open door, they can still come in.
Yeah.
Even with the talisman.
They can't force entry.
Now, yes. Now, I can end that music now. So in my dream, I can't really because I'm still talking about it. So there we go. Let's start it again. So in my dream, I was being chased by these things with some other people. And I was in like an underground sort of bunker, which counts as an abode. And they're smacking on these wooden doors, trying to break them down. I think it was sort of because I've been playing Legend of Zelda as well. All the caves, they're like entrances and exits like up high. So there's like wooden planks working as doors, and they're trying to smash them in. And I'm shouting, "You can't come in here. I've got a fucking amulet. What are you doing? You can't get in." And then I think I woke up shouting the word, or, you know, half awake shouting the word amulet. And instantly I was so angry with myself. Not because I had the dream. It was sort of like a scary nightmare dream, but I'm not woken up and like scared or anything. I was angry with myself because I know it's called a fucking talisman and not an amulet.
I was going to say.
I was so angry about that. And I as much as I hate that show for certain characters, I enjoy it too much.
Fair enough.
It's a Penn and Teller, hey.
I'm very excited.
Very excited. Now, we were just playing some spoiler music. Are we talking Penn and Teller show spoilers?
No, I don't.
You asked me about this.
I don't want to say anything for certain until I've actually been and seen it myself.
Okay.
I'll give.
Otherwise, it's just hearsay and scuttlebutt.
Exactly.
All right. Fair enough. Now, is there any tricks that you would like them to be doing that you would like to see?
I want to see Taylor and George. I
one.
really hope that that's on the thing. I don't think it will be. Because it's not a big prop to bring over. So
it's just a dummy, isn't it, really?
It's just a dummy. But Taylor did say they've added stuff and they've been working on it, so I don't know. But I would really genuinely like to see that one. I would love to see Shadows. I don't think Shadows will be in the thing, but I'd love to see Shadows.
It's a tough one because they've toured the UK before and would have done Shadows before.
Yeah.
Whereas when they were in Australia, they hadn't toured Australia before, so they brought Shadows.
Yep. Needles, which I think is in the show, but I'm not 100% sure. I've heard it is, but we'll see. I don't know. Just there was something else I was thinking of, and I can't remember what it is now. But yeah, just anything that I haven't seen before, I'll be thoroughly pleased about.
I think that do you know what their closer is? Not saying say what it is if you do.
No, I don't.
That I would be interested to know because I don't think they would close with Elsie.
I doubt very much.
I mean, that requires bringing a whole spotted pygmy elephant.
That prop is too
giant.
Huge.
Yeah. Fire monologue seems.
Oh, fire monologue was so good. I love it when the lights go down and it's just the fire, and oh my god, I fucking love that.
I'm happy to watch it once. Fire monologue. I don't think I would get bored of it if I was watching it back to back to back to back.
I think it's fine. Watching it recorded. It's fine. For me, in person, seeing that in person and just the whole atmosphere, being in that darkened theatre, seeing Penn actually have the fire and stuff, Taylor actually looking at me right in the face. Chef's kiss. Love it.
Are you hoping that they bring along with them their specialty mocktails?
Yes. I doubt it.
That would, I think, make you very happy.
That would make me very happy, but they're pre-mixed, so I don't think. I don't think they will.
Yeah, and they're probably not. They wouldn't be bringing the bartenders, I imagine, and only they know the secret method of mixing a magic bullet. Was it the magic bullet? Or was it something else? I forget every time. Magic bullet. There you go.
Good.
So, are you prepared to say how many times you are seeing them?
6.
I'm
seeing every London show.
Yep, that's a fair effort.
Yeah.
Yep. Are they staggered or are they Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday sort of thing?
Tuesday through Sunday. So there's not a show. There's not a show on Monday.
6 days in a week.
Yeah.
6 in a row.
Yeah.
No break.
Thankfully, because otherwise I would have to take more time off.
Oh no. What a shame that would be. Not having to work. But then again, you have to make money so you can have time.
I think if that had happened, I probably would have been like, I'm not coming. I'm working from London. I'm staying in London, but
I think there'd be no issue with that. Now, speaking of bartenders and bars, you asked me to remind you about Mashed Potato Bar. Yes.
I got so our buddy Mitsula sent me Mitzi sent me a thing on Instagram last night, and it was a reel, and it was a mashed potato bar in Edinburgh.
Sorry, it was a what? A Rio?
Mash potato bar, a reel.
No, before
REEL.
A reel. Yep.
Video.
So you say Mitzi, I'm thinking Vegas, I'm thinking Rio. Yep. It was a reel. Yep.
Yes, it was a reel. And it's a mashed potato bar in Edinburgh. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, fuck, I know where that is. And I thought it was a hamburger place.
Ah.
So I never, and he's like, oh yeah, this is my kind of bar. And I was like, I know that place. So I'm going to have to go there and report back to Mitzi.
Please do, because it is a place I would go to. I'm assuming it's just like mashed potatoes is what they're selling, not like mashed potatoes and alcoholic beverages.
I'll pull up the unfussy restaurant specialising in mashed potatoes flavoured with meat or vegetarian toppings.
Mashed potato with toppings. See, we were talking about this in our bank episode, alleged bank episode, Cold Rock Creameries and Cold Stone. I thought it'd be like that, where there is not just stuff on top, it's stuff through the mashed potato.
Let's pull up the menu and let's have a look. I don't think there's stuff through it, but I don't know. It's but it looks good.
Does it look creamy? Does it look smooth, the potato? Because one thing I don't particularly like about a lot of the American mashed potatoes that happen over there is that it's quite often got the skin in the mash, and that's not something I typically like. I feel like it should be smooth. At least 50% butter. At least.
You're not making this sound any more appetizing to me.
A dash of cream. If you don't have cream, a dash of milk. Salt, pepper.
I think it's just more meals that... Oh, maybe mixed through. Yeah, it looks creamy.
But it doesn't look like it's got the potato skin in it.
No.
Good. So it should. What's the place called?
Nah, it's spelt Makars. So Makers. Makers, I think.
Makers. Mm-hmm. They're just trying to get in on the McDonald's vibe over here in Oz. Makers. So it's Makers.
Makars. Or Makars?
Makars.
Yeah, I'll go with Makars. Makars.
I keep my cars in the garage.
But there's...
That was not a big enough laugh for that joke. Sorry.
No, it didn't deserve anything.
God damn it. Even Kez went, and I don't know if it was at me or not. Yes, it was. She's nodding her head. There we go.
But there's vegan stuff, there's sides, and there's, different varieties. It looks quite good. It's definitely a place I would look at, so I'll have to go and...
See, this is the integral information that we needed to give advice for people travelling to Scotland.
Yeah.
Hang on. There it is. Yeah, see, I just can't use Twitter. So yeah, like when Gammy was asking, and he sent us a photo of that. Is that really what Dolly the sheep looks like? I expected Dolly the sheep to be fatter.
Dolly was maybe fatter at one point.
Yeah. But yeah, see... Wayne, great call on the National Museum. I take full credit of knowing more about Scotland than you.
The problem is, when you live somewhere and you've lived somewhere for your entire life, you don't do or know the touristy things. Because if somebody says something, you're like, well, yeah, of course, doesn't everybody know about that? You don't know what people don't know. You don't know what's special.
Well, if you came to Perth, I would take you to Kings Park, would climb up the tower, I'd say... No, buddy, don't do it. It's not worth it. It's called the DNA or the double helix tower because it's like double helix. Anyway, and then there's like a lake. Yep. So Kings Park is the largest inner city park in the world. So you got that.
Yeah.
It might not be as cool as like Central Park in New York, but I'd take you there. I'd take you to Perth City so you could see the 3 buildings. What else is there? Oh yeah, Rat Nest Island, so you can see all the rats, aka quokkas.
I was telling the boys about quokkas. Did I say that to you?
No.
And they were like, so the baby cousins, I was like, we were talking about capybaras. And I mentioned quokkas. And they're like, what's a quokka? So I showed them a picture and they're like, they're so cute! Oh my god!
Yeah. Quokkas are a lot smaller than capybaras, though.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
If I had to give an example, Wimdy Ball here, that would be a capybara, little doggo with butt string, that would be a quokka.
Yeah.
And that's probably still not to scale.
Yeah. Quokkas are much cuter.
Yeah. Quokkas, I mean, yeah, they are cursed with constantly looking like they are happy. So people just assume, and they never really ask the quokka, how you doing? Is everything good with you? And, I mean... yes.
I'm just picturing that meme where it's like, it's a picture stuck on a quokka where it's that voiceover thing where it's, they ask you if you're fine and you just have to say yeah.
Yeah.
They ask you how you're doing, you just have to say you're fine.
I think we're going to have to make a t-shirt with a big happy smiley quokka. And it just says dead inside. I'm going to work on that one next. I'm sure there's other places. See, maybe I'd take you to SciTech, because that's a terrible place for children now, I assume. I haven't been there in a long time. Oh, I'd take you to Major Tom's, David Bowie Bar.
Nice. See, you actually go out in Perth.
I've never been there.
But you know, yeah. Okay, I just suck. I just don't know anything about where to go in Edinburgh. Yep. Or Glasgow or anywhere.
There's a mini golf place called Holy Moly. We'd go play mini golf. Oh, I know plenty of parks where there's dogs. That's pretty good. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that's the things to do in Perth.
Yeah.
What were we talking about? Mashed potato bars. We have. You know what we have not. I think you're dropping the ball here. Because you've neglected to even mention the nanny or Danny Davis once. I think.
3 weeks y'all have had to suffer through my. Still watching it.
How many times through now?
Well, the problem is, I'm technically still on my second rewatch of the whole thing. How many times have I watched season 6, episode 16 to the end? 9 or 10.
Okay.
At least,
I thought you were waiting for me to actually answer. I was going to say 74.
It's a lot. Because those are the peak episodes. Just...
that's not all you've been watching, though. You've also been watching 3 episodes, I think you said, or something.
I watched 3 episodes of Star Trek. I've seen episodes of Star Trek before. But I was sitting there thinking, I don't know if I've seen one all the way through 100%.
Which Star Trek? Which version?
So 2 episodes of Next Generation, which is the Star Trek I grew up watching because that's what Dad watches. And 1 episode of Picard. So. Oh,
is he the same character in?
Yeah.
Really?
So
okay, that surprised me.
Danny Davis plays Professor James Moriarty, or as I refer to him, James Moriarty Star Trek, so that you know I'm talking about that one and not any other version.
Of course.
And 2 Next Gen episodes, 1 Elementary Dear Data, where, you know, he's accidentally created and he's a conscious AI, and, you know, do you know what? That man did nothing wrong. Professor James Moriarty Star Trek did absolutely nothing wrong. He is a computer program who's aware he didn't want to die. I don't blame him for that. Picard said, we will lock you away, we'll work it out, we're not going to delete you, we're going to save you. And then they come back to him, it's 4 years later, and he comes back and he's like, y'all haven't even talked about me! I just want to live!
So he is playing an AI, is that what it is?
So it's in the holodeck. So
yeah.
The story being that Data and Geordi go into Geordi LaForge go into a Sherlock Holmes mystery, but Data's read them all. Data knows them all, so he can just solve them like that. So they're betting.
Yeah, well, he's a robot boy. He knows everything.
Yeah,
I don't think he forgets things.
So they were talking to another one of the crew, the doctor at the time. I can't remember her name, and they were like, "Oh well, I bet there's one. You know, if they made one up, it could stump Data." So they say to the computer, like, make an adversary that could defeat Data. in this program.
Just whips out a cattle prod and fries him.
So they get Moriarty and they like bump him up, but to make it to the point that he can defeat Data, he has to be conscious. They had to give him consciousness.
Yeah, okay.
So my poor boy has to live with the knowledge that he is a holographic image and cannot leave the holodeck. Once the computer shut down, he's gone. So does Data have consciousness? Yes.
Okay. So all they really need to do is upload Hologram Boy into like a robot body.
This is what I said. Why did they not do that?
That's the fucking simplest solution.
Exactly. Exactly. I'm so fucking mad.
It's like when Penn? No. Must be something else. It was something I was watching. It's not something that Penn said. Yeah, it was Penn. He was talking about in Random, where this is the part in the story where the character would just leave town, never come back, and do this and do that. So but the problem is that ends the story.
Yeah,
that's what they needed to do. This shouldn't have been a story, frankly, if it can be solved that fucking easily.
Well, not only that, doing that would have meant that they could have had him wandering around Enterprise. Why they couldn't do that? Why they couldn't just have the holodeck continually running? There's more than one holodeck. They could have had the holodeck infinitely running with that program just to do whatever the fuck he wants, and people could pop in and out.
I'm sure in Star Trek universe, they have staged holodecks as well, staging areas where they could test this shit out just in like virtual, like on a computer, is what I'm trying to say. It doesn't have to be in an active fucking holodeck. And Moriarty's the bad guy, right?
Yeah.
Maybe that was their concern. They didn't want a bad guy walking around everywhere.
And that's the thing. He did literally nothing wrong. All he did, right, literally all he did, right? Okay, yeah, I say he did literally nothing wrong. He did kidnap the Doctor, okay? I'm not even gonna... The Lady Doctor thing. So...
The Lady Doctor thing, yes.
I can't remember her name, it's gonna really annoy me.
She's okay, She's being replaced now in the new season
yeah.
of Doctor Who.
Dr. Pulaski. So, kidnaps her, okay, right? He then keeps her... He feeds her tea and crumpets and just wants to talk to her. And it's just like, I just want to know what... this is and what's going on. Just lonely, right?
Just lonely.
I just...
Does he sing?
He doesn't sing. He should sing. Danny Davis should always sing. Actually, I forgot that there was a whole episode of The Nanny where it called When the Butler Sang. And it's just Danny.
Oh.
It's just Danny singing a lot.
Just Danny singing.
He's such a good singer. He's on Broadway albums singing.
Oh, well, yeah, he has been on Broadway. That's not surprising.
Yeah, he's been in The Birdcage or La Cage of Folies, however you pronounce it.
La Cage de Bird.
Something like that, whatever the French version of that title is, and it's the film with Nathan Lane and Robin Williams.
Yes, of course. Now, what was it? I had this thought when watching... No, I was watching TV and I thought of Austin Powers 3, right? That's the first Austin Powers that you saw.
Yes.
And you saw it in the cinema.
No,
and
I didn't.
I thought to myself... Okay, whatever. Doesn't matter. Irrelevant. And I thought to myself, did Brogan even know who the fuck Nathan Lane was in that?
Do you mean, was I aware of who the actor was?
Of who Nathan Lane was, yes, the actor. Not the character he was playing.
Yes.
Okay, that's fine. So when you saw Nathan Lane pop up, were you like, oh my god, it's Timon? Or I've seen The Birdcage with Robin Williams and... I've
only seen that film very recently, but I knew who Nathan Lane was. Like, okay. I probably couldn't have told you what his name was, but I could have went, I know him. Yeah,
but could you have said Lion King?
Maybe. I don't know.
Okay. All right. That's the thought I had today.
But I want to go slightly back to Star Trek. So I'm just going to be crying about that forever because the second episode that he's in is he comes back and it's like, you've left me in here for 4 years. I could feel the passage of time. And they're like, what do you mean you could feel the passage of time? You're a computer program. It's like,
he should have been turned off.
Nope. He could feel every second. So yeah, and the trap. He thinks he's escaped the holodeck, and then he's like, I just want to be with the woman they programmed for me to love. I would love her anyway. I don't want to be alone. There's no crime in that. I just want you to do for her what has worked for me. They won't do it, so he locks the ship, and then
Just let me give the doctor some more tea.
Pretty much. I was like, where's Pulaski? This would have been totally solved if Pulaski was still on the ship, but she's not.
Has he got a beard in this?
He doesn't.
I mean, facial hair.
He doesn't.
He doesn't. Okay.
No.
Yep.
But yeah, so and then if Lysa releases the ship, he's like, I just want to go free. I just want to live my own life and be away. I will release the ship. And he gets off. And then it turns out he never even left the holodeck. He's still in a computer program. They're leaving him in a box. And I'm like, no! And then
was
he
comes
speaking,
back. Was he speaking with a British accent or was he speaking with his southern accent?
British accent, because Moriarty's an English character.
Yep, just need the details.
Yep.
And then he comes back in Picard.
He comes back in Picard, and I'd seen people talking about this because he was in the trailer for season 3, and apparently that was, like, when that was released at Comic-Con or wherever, people fucking screamed and went fucking wild. Because he's like, affected the canon a lot.
Yeah, they're like, oh my
Moriarty.
god, Teller's going to be in an episode of God.
What?
Because the only reason you like Danny Davis in the first place is because you said that he looks like Teller.
Danny Davis now doesn't.
Yeah.
As Niles, he has a bit similar. Okay,
yeah. As Niles.
But yes, I was really excited to see this. He's got like 5 minutes of screen time, and it's not even the Moriarty character. It's like a hologram, like memory.
It's a cameo.
It's a cameo, and it's not the same Moriarty that's off in a chip, living his life.
In a box.
In a box, my poor boy.
So I imagine what happened was Data said, Captain, why don't we just put him in a box? And then Picard was like, make it so. And that was how it ended?
Pretty much. Although, actually, I do want to talk about this, about the fucking plot holes in this whole scenario.
No, plot holes in a Star Trek?
Right, okay, the whole thing in the first episode is that you can't take holographic matter off the holodeck. It just doesn't exist outside, right? But
portable holodeck.
No, well, not even that. Like, this is the thing. I'm a Red Dwarf fanatic. I'm like, why can't he just have like a hard light hologram B that Rimmer has?
That's what I meant. Like a little portable. Yeah. Like he could be like 4 inches tall.
Yeah, the incel Star Trek and the Chad Red Dwarf. But no. So when Data and Geordi meet Moriarty, they're talking to him, and it becomes clear that Moriarty knows about what's going on because he can access the computer, he can access the art. He calls it Mr. Computer, and I'm like, oh, love. But Moriarty's, he's got like a big blackboard with drawings and stuff, and he hands Data a bit of paper and says, what is this? And Data's like, what the fuck? And just gets out of there. And Geordi's like, what is it? What is it? They go out of the ship. They have the bit of paper. They took the bit of paper out the holodeck. This is like the Moriarty's drawn a picture of the Enterprise on it.
It's holodeck material that
paper.
Can't leave the holodeck. But Mr. fucking Moriarty can't leave the holodeck now, can he? But this paper can.
Exactly.
Oh.
And that's
can't they make... I might be wrong, but can't holodeck programs be like programmed for like they can actually like kill you or something like that?
Yeah, I mean that's the problem with that whole first episode as well. There's some kind of mortality protocol that has been disabled to allow the parameters. They've taken that off.
Yeah.
So there's a bit where Picard and Data go in to talk to Moriarty, and they get, like, for lack of a better word, this guy tries to mug them, and Data's like holding his head, like breaking his fingers, and the guy's like, "Oh my god, ow, let go!" And just him and Picard are just talking, like, and Data's like, "This doesn't feel like any hologram we've ever dealt with. I think he could have actually killed you." And Picard's like, "I could have lost my life here." Let him go, Data. One of the best. My absolute favourite thing about this is in the second episode. So, elementary Dear Data and Ship in a Bottle. At the start of Ship in a Bottle, the whole thing comes about because there's an issue with one of the holodeck simulations. So they get the engineer to come in and have a look at it, and it's to do with the fact that a mystery solved. The turning point in the mystery is it turns out that the guy was left-handed, and it's like, yeah, you killed your brother. But they throw him something and he catches it with his right hand and he's like, ha ha ha. Yeah. It's like, fuck, broken.
Ambidextrous, motherfucker. Never heard of that.
Yeah.
Amphibious.
Well, so the guy's going in and he's like, typing it up. He's like, oh, what's this protected program? Start. And it's Moriarty.
Ah.
And it's like, oh, you're James Moriarty from, thing. It's like, yes, I am. It's like, huh. Are you left or right-handed? It's like, left-handed. Why? Chucks him a thing, catches it with his left hand. And the guy's like, oh, well.
Yeah.
Like, no thought. No, like, oh my God, you're the conscious program. Just like, Turns out he doesn't know it. That's how the whole thing is like, what do you mean you don't fucking know who I am?
I have a question that you probably don't have the answer to.
I can try. Go for it.
So you're not meant to be able to take any holodeck holograms off of the holodeck.
Yes.
But if I took my own baseball onto the holodeck and threw it at a holodeck character, would it be able to catch that baseball?
Yes.
Maybe in the one that's been edited for that we were just talking about, but a regular one, I don't think they should be able to.
If we're going by canon alone, as in what I have seen on screen, so the thing that the engineer
in these 3 episodes,
the thing that the engineer chucks to Moriarty is a real world object that Moriarty catches.
Okay.
Do you know what? So the whole thing in this situation is, Moriarty's pissed. They go. Picard talks to. It's like, what would happen to me if I just walked off this holodeck? And they're like, you wouldn't exist. So he chucks a book off and it vanishes and stuff. It's like mind over. I'm conscious. I'm a living thing. I will walk. Mind over matter. Steps off the holodeck and it's like, say, I told you. Turns out they were never off the holodeck at that point.
Of course not. No.
But they could take. Why wouldn't that work? Why wouldn't that work?
Why not make an entire ship out of holodeck?
A holo ship, which is a Red Dwarf plot point.
There you go.
But what? I'm still pissed that they couldn't just make an android for him and just put him in the android. Just download him. Yeah,
it's literally the first thing I said. It makes 100% perfect sense.
Exactly. Do you know why they didn't do it? Because they wanted...
Holographic data does not translate to Android data. It's not compatible.
It's a computer program. You can download them to a USB. You can download them to an Android.
They can disintegrate people into little tiny particles and put them onto a planet and reintegrate their particles back to full person.
Exactly. The transporter uses the same thing as well. Why could they not? Because they talked about using the transporter to transport holomatter off the holodeck. As long as they tried that. That's the whole holodeck thing.
I've had enough of this. I'm calling Gene Roddenberry now. I've got him on speed dial.
Do you know what? I think the whole point of this is to have sad, angsty Danny Davis acting.
Well, yeah.
And I'm 100% there for it. The whole I think therefore I am argument that he gives that's like, you're a villain. It's like, okay, I was written a villain. That's not what and who I am now. Y'all gave me consciousness. I saw a meme the other day and it made me laugh and it said, I think, therefore I suffer. Yep. Yeah, true fucking that. And that is Moriarty, I'm guessing, as well now, for 4 long years. My poor sweet boy. I tell you. I also tried to watch Columbo. Oh, is he in Columbo, is he? You made a Columbo joke a little while ago. Did I? I had to fucking Google that. Was it Columbo? No, not Columbo. What's his name? Bald guy. Kojak. Kojak. You made a Kojak joke on Twitter. I don't think anybody got it at all. I forgot that. Oh my god. Belly Savalas. Yeah, I had a feeling, because I was involved in it for whatever reason, and I had a feeling that was what you were doing, and I still had to Google it to make sure. Yeah, Kojak. I don't remember the context whatsoever. I do remember making that joke because... good luck finding it now. Because the thing was, it was a joke I'd heard somewhere else, and I was like, if I ever get the chance to use that in real life, I'm fucking using it. And I did. Oh my god. As much as Twitter can be real life. Oh, because I think it might have been one of my tweets or something. I think I'm pretty sure that both you and Dr. Jim were in that thread, but... Yeah. So what did you... What was it? What's the guy's name again? Telly Savalas. Telly Savalas. No, can't remember. It's not ringing any bells of what... Because it was a pun, basically. I have a funny feeling it was something to do with Jim getting drunk.
And hitting a teenager on a bike
there we go,
on the way home.
It was on the May for pod therapy thing, and you said it makes me sad that the sexiest part of Sin City Shrink was not drawn. The glasses. I'm talking about the glasses.
Yep.
Jim said Nick's sexiest bit is his belly button. You said, could you imagine Nick's belly button with Jim glasses over them?
Yes.
And I said, give him a lollipop and call him Belly Savalas.
It's such a fucking weird joke.
It's such a niche joke.
Yeah.
Who loves you, baby?
Shit.
Oh, God.
We're not getting to art talk, I don't think. All that we can. We've been talking Danny Davis.
Yeah.
It's in the same realm, so you may as well go into it. What you've drawn.
Oh, the mugshot memes that have been taking over TikTok. I love the mugshot memes from the one that's going around is specifically the one from the Barbie movie, which is the mugshots of Barbie and Ken. But there's also two from the ones from Supernatural. So if you've got more than two characters that you need to do, you can use all four. So I done it for the nanny.
Not just the nanny though. You've done a couple.
So I've done. The first one was for the nanny, and then I'd done the Vegas Magicians edition. And that's not the music that's usually over these memes. But I prefer this music.
I haven't actually seen it with the music.
Oh, have you? So, my ones?
Yeah, I've only seen it muted.
Oh no, it's so much better with the sound on.
Oh, okay. I'll watch it. I'll watch it with the sound on. Not right now, but I will.
No, but
because my phone is playing silly buggers and it's not loading anything right now. I'm trying.
The music is usually. Actually, no, that's not right. But yeah, it's not the music that's usually like, but I prefer it, and it's like a remix of Rockstar by Nickelback.
Not Hey Now You're a Rock Star. Oh, that's All Star. My bad. Yeah.
But the whole thing of the meme is it's 4 mugshots. Is basically what if these people were arrested, which one would they be?
Yeah. Okay.
For the nanny, Niles is the pouty one. Niles is the pouty one. Cece is the angry one. Maxwell is the terrified one, and Fran is the Ken of the group, which is posing.
The mindless one.
The mindless one. No thoughts, head empty. Yep. For the Vegas one, Teller is the pouty one. Piff is the angry one. Mr. Matt Donnelly, the mind noodler, is the terrified one, and Pendulette is the Ken. Yeah. I have a lot of fun doing them, actually.
Speaking of our boy Matt Donnelly, you received a photo from Matt.
I did.
It was amazing, really.
There is nothing in the world I love more than seeing a message come through from Matt Donnelly, and I woke up.
The totally real Matt Donnelly.
The very real Matt Donnelly. I woke up yesterday morning to a message from Matt where he'd been at a show.
A Mind Noodler show.
A Mind Noodler show. He was in his Mind Noodler gear with a fan who had a t-shirt that said, "We love and support Matt Donnelly in this house." I fucking love it!
And we don't know who this person is.
I don't know who this is, which is even better.
At least by sight we don't know them. We might know them by name on the internet. But that means I assume it's been purchased from nicepodbud.com/store, or is it available elsewhere as well?
No,
like
it's just us.
That's crazy.
Which is
it's
completely mad.
I'm surprised that it's a green one as well. See, when I buy shirts like that, I always go for like plainish kind of colours, but this just makes it stand out, so anyone's going to see it.
It looks really good in that colour, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, it does.
But I'm so glad, because that's kind of half the point of that t-shirt, is to rep it at a Matt Donnelly show. Somebody be there in my stead and let Matt know that we love and support him in this house.
Exactly.
And when I messaged Matt back, I was like, "One in the wild. I love it. I stand by it. We love and support Matt Donnelly in this house. We do."
Yep. And you too can support Matt Donnelly in your household by going to nicepodbud.com/store and buy yourself some nice I love and support Matt Donnelly merchandise. It doesn't have to be a shirt. It can just be a mug. I think it would look good on a mug.
Yeah.
But you don't get a choice in color on mug, do you? It's just a...
No, we have to set the
white
color.
mug. Yeah, we have to choose. Yeah. There's no way around that. Not that works. Oh,
No.
well.
I mean,
Stickers.
we don't...
Stickers. You can buy stickers.
We don't get a huge amount of requests. So if you're like, I like that mug, but I would like it in green, let us know. Let us know the hex number and we'll fix it.
Yeah, just tell us the hex and we'll set it. Not the hex. Oh yeah, it's the hex.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yep, that's fine.
That's the number code for people who don't know.
That's the hashtag code.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm going to start every day now. I'm going to do hashtag and a different hex. And that's the color of the day.
Nice. And you can come up with random numbers, but there's letters
Windy
as well.
ball orange. Oh yeah, letters and numbers. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's like countdown.
I forget that your countdown is letters and numbers.
Yeah, I don't know why they call it letters and numbers. No. I mean, it's not 8 out of 10 cats does letters and numbers.
Oh my god, that's a mouthful. Actually, one more thing before. I don't think I actually said this on air. We got a correction from the corrections department, which was to do it. Not so much. So, as we know, my mum listens to this. Hi, mum. She heard us talking, or me talking about the Jimmy Carr story. She was like, I can't believe you missed out the proper part of that story. And I'm like, okay, what's the proper part of the story? And she's like, well, when you were talking to Jimmy Carr, you said, my mum and dad wouldn't let me come and see you until you were 16. And he turned and looked at me, as in turned and looked at my mum and went, fuckers. Straight to her face. And I'm like, yeah, that sounds about right.
Now, you may have just only told me that, but I'm not sure. So that may have been on air already.
I don't think it was. I remember. Hang on. Oh no, that's the other one. I send you a lot of voice. I send you voice notes sometimes.
Yeah.
I know that I said this to you in a voice. I'm sure I did.
Also, I believe you.
Corrections, aka my mother. She said, "I can't believe you forgot the Jimmy Carr story. You were 16." And
for those who missed it the first time.
Oh, I've been wanting to come see you for ages, but my mum and dad wouldn't let me until I was 16. And apparently he turned around and looked at my mum and went, fuckers. I don't remember this at all. I have no memory of this. But I fully believe it. There we go.
There we go. Should have just played the voice memo in the first place.
I probably should have. You can edit that.
Okay, I'm not going to, but
You're
I can.
You're not going to, but you could.
I'm physically capable. Last time you said that I needed to edit something out, we just started the episode again.
It was right at the start. We did have to restart the bank episode because William was like, I'm not even going to try this.
Oh yeah, yep. This week we will put out 2 episodes. Unlike last week, I apologize. I had to work and stuff and shit, so that's why that didn't happen. But yep, if you want to yell at us, we weren't yelled at, but someone questioned us, and I said, yeah, apologies. But if you do want to yell at us, it's at NicePodBud on all social media. Specifically, yell at 7 billion needles.
And I would like to take this opportunity to remind everyone that our editor and poster is at Wayne Geo. So if you want to shout at him, shout at him.
Hey, I knew that it wasn't going to happen. I knew it wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, you did tell me.
Yeah. Anyway, thanks for stopping by and having a listen.
As always, stay fresh, cheese bags.